Alright, I just watched the first two episodes of Star Wars The Acolyte, which is out now on Disney Plus. This is a non-spoiler review. If I do talk about spoilers, it'll be at the very, very end of the episode, and I'll give fair warning, don't worry. But the majority of this review will be non-spoilers for the first two episodes. So, came out on Tuesday, June 4th on Disney Plus. There's going to be 8 episodes in total. We'll get new episodes every Tuesday. And Acolyte is set towards the end of the High Republic era, and it's roughly 100 years before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And for me, I am a fan of Star Wars. I grew up with the original movies. I went to the theaters, and the prequels were totally my era of Star Wars. Even though I still love the originals more, I still embraced the life and blood of being alive during the prequel era. So that was really fun, and I just love Star Wars. Kept up with all the shows. I was a little late to Clone Wars, but I've watched every episode. I watched Rebels 2. I was into Ahsoka. I watched Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, Mandalorian. The only one that I did not get around to was Andor. And I've only heard good things. I feel kind of bad. I do plan on watching it. I do know that the creator has said some controversial things in the past that I was not really for. But maybe he's moved on from those. But I don't know. I'll get around to it eventually. Point is, I'm a Star Wars fan. I was intrigued by The Acolyte, especially because if you guys watched the re-release of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, they played a sneak preview scene of The Acolyte at the very end. And one of the big hooks for me was Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix trilogy, she played Trinity. And getting to see her wield a green lightsaber was everything that I needed and was very exciting to me. I had heard about the casting maybe a year ago and remembered that the lead actor from the Squid Game series was going to be on there. So I was excited. Lee Hung Hai, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but I was excited that he was going to be in the show. I didn't really see any clips of him or remembered him from the trailer too much prior to going into watching. But by the time I did, he was outstanding and one of the best parts of the show. Carrie-Anne Moss as well. She was outstanding. So those were definitely my two hooks going in and getting to see that sneak preview at the end of Phantom Menace re-release. So I was excited, and I was particularly excited also at the time period that they chose to tell this story. Being 100 years before Phantom Menace was interesting to me, and getting to see kind of a more peak era of Jedi, which who doesn't love getting to see some Jedi? And so that was always an interesting factor to me. I also just love the diversity of the show. As well as behind the camera, which is just as important. We've got creator Leslie, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Leslie Headland. She's also the writer and showrunner and director, and has done a really impressive job so far, at least I think so. But I think Star Wars fans can appreciate The Acolyte. I think especially Phantom Menace, and not in a cheesy way that a lot of people talk about that movie, but definitely takes the good things from that movie and continues it in The Acolyte. And I think Lee Hung Hai's character really helps with that. He definitely creates a very Qui-Gon Jinn vibe, and big reason why I love him in the show. I also did not know going in, because I probably just didn't remember, and I was probably too distracted by Carrie-Anne Moss. But by the time I sat down and watched the show, I was surprised to see that Daphne Keane was in it from Logan X-23. And I had just rewatched all the X-Men movies, and it was fun to see her in this. Also, Amandla, is that how you pronounce her name? Amandla Stenberg? She's from the original Hunger Games, and she plays Rue. And that was one of my favorite characters from the books and the movies. And she didn't have a big role in the movies, but it was nice to see her all grown up and getting to be the lead of this new show. She's also in a movie called The Hate U Give. And all in all, very great ingredients that I thought made for a fun show. And again, no spoilers right now. I'll talk about a few things at the very end, not quite yet. But, you know, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Are you guys watching The Acolyte? Are you guys excited? What were your thoughts, you know, when you heard about this show? Did the time period interest you, or did any of the actors sound appealing to you? Because if it does the same for you that it did for me, if you like these actors, if you like this time period of Star Wars, you know, check it out. At least the first 2 episodes, because that's all that's out right now. But give it a chance. I do think it's better than some of the last few things that have come out. I'm in the Star Wars world. I know Star Wars is not in the best place that it could be, but I think there's still some cool moments here and there that really shine. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. All right, okay, now I'm going to get into spoilers. So let me know what you guys think real quick, you know, down below. If you have not watched the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte, stop watching. I am going to start with episode 1, and then I'm going to get into episode 2. This will be really quick. I'm just going to go over a few fun little notes. Again, spoilers. So stop watching if you have not watched The Acolyte on Disney+. All right, episode 1. Spoilers. Spoilers. My first concern when watching episode 1 of The Acolyte, spoilers, was that I was like, why do they always got to make the African American character the enemy? Especially the black girl, having just come off of, was it Obi-Wan? Then I was worried we were getting a split personality situation, which could have still been better, but in the end she still would have been the criminal, and I wouldn't have really been for that. So I think what they revealed at the end of episode 1 is like it's twins. So I was very pleased with that reveal, because I was concerned going in that it was going to be either scenario 1, the black girl's always got to be the enemy in the show, or it was like a weird split personality case, which would have still been the case of the African American character having to be the villain. So I was relieved by that we got twins instead. So that was reassuring. And then I love getting to see the species from episode 1, Phantom Menace, those fucking alien guys. Acolyte, Phantom Menace. The controversial aliens. From the Trade Federation. Yeah, that was really fun. I love those guys. It's not like they brought back Jar Jar. You could still bring back Jar Jar in a cool way. There's potential in that. You guys know what I'm talking about. The ones you get in the opening of Phantom Menace who are making all the calls for the droids and doing the naughty deal. I thought that was cool. I like seeing the Phantom Menace reference, and then later in that episode you get to see the younger, it's either a younger version or like just another type of the alien from Force Awakens that Simon Pegg played. It's the big alien guy he's at like the junk shop doing the trade with Rey. And God, it's been a while since I've watched Force Awakens, but I recognize that alien immediately, and he's the one who you get to see his like weird tongue head thing come out, and they help get out of the prison. Again, I thought it was cool getting to see a Phantom Menace reference next to a Force Awakens reference. Was fun in the same universe. And then I did talk about Lee Hung Hai being the best part, just getting to play very much that Qui-Gon Jinn role. And I guess we can talk about the other big spoiler. I was definitely upset. I was definitely upset that Carrie Ann's character did not last. And I get it, but I do think we will be getting flashbacks. I've heard some rumors. So not all hope is lost. So I'm looking forward to that, but I definitely was upset that we lost her so early. And that the scene that we got at the end of Phantom Menace sneak preview was really all that they could show, which I get. So hoping for some flashbacks, because that was a big reason why I got into this show. I thought at the very end the Sith voice was kind of lame. I wasn't really won over by that voice. And then, sorry, am I talking about episode 2? No, I'm talking about episode 1 still. Okay. Daphne Keane, she's good. I don't know how I feel about the makeup yet. I don't really recognize the race that she's supposed to be playing. If it's one, it clearly wasn't a big one in the Star Wars universe. Let's move on to episode 2. The Lannister actor. Speaking of which, this show is very Kill Bill. It's also very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it's also very Phantom Menace, which I like. I like all these ingredients. I'm digging it. Alright. The Lannister actor. What's his name? Dean Charles Chapman. What a name. He plays Torben. Also very short-lived. Remember, but remember, we will hopefully be getting some flashbacks. I'm like, there's no way you bring in these big actors just to kill them off. So definitely expect some flashbacks. It's still disappointing, getting to see your favorites kind of get knocked off. But it's okay. It's okay. I was not very won over by this one Asian actor at first. He was like, dude, he was really bad next to kind of these other good actors, I thought. Slowly, towards the end of the episode, he got a little bit better, but come on, man. And you would, me being Asian, I'm very picky. I'm like, come on, you representing all of us. No, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. But he was not that great either. Lee Hung Hai continues to be the best part of this show. The whole fight scene with him and May were very similar. I think my favorite part of episode 2 is by far the ending. I was trying to read the sign, and I don't think, if any of you guys know, I think it says Naboo, but with like 2 A's and 2 B's. But I know we're on the planet Kofar. Or wait. Is Kofar the Wookiee? Anyways, I don't give a shit. I'm excited for this Wookiee. Jedi Wookiee. That's an awesome combo right there. But let me know what you guys think of the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte. I really dug it. I'm ready for the next few episodes, but it's 2 out of 8. We'll see. It could totally go downhill, but I'll be watching. What about you guys?